Hey there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in this video, I want to talk a little bit about what we're going to find out when this game is finally revealed, when Skylanders 6 is finally revealed. What are we going to find out? Bear in mind, this is all speculation. I know absolutely nothing about the new game, other than it's going to be the 6th Skylanders game, comes out this year, and Toys for Bob is developing it. That's all we know. Oh, and that penguin guy has something to do with it in some way, shape, or form. That's all I know for sure. So, the reveal date, is the first thing I want to talk about. Now, I talked about that last night in the last video, but since I actually made that video, right after I uploaded that video, I saw some more news from the same guy that said it would be released somewhat soon. We got a little bit more specific on what somewhat soon meant. And the guy said before E3. So we know, I think E3 either starts on the 12th or the 13th. I can't remember right off the top of my head. I wrote some stuff down over here, but I can't remember what I meant when I wrote this down over here. But anyways, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see the reveal anywhere between tomorrow and before E3, which I believe E3 starts on the 13th. So that would be tomorrow to the 12th. So that's not a huge time frame that it could possibly be in, but at the same time, I think we can strike through a couple of dates. I don't think we'd see a Sunday release. A lot of times that people just don't really do Sunday releases or press releases. They'll do Sunday releases, but they don't do Sunday press releases. At least they don't have a tendency to them, and in the past, doubt they will now. Although we have gotten stuff on the week and during the week before, like last year, Skylanders 5 Superchargers was revealed on a Wednesday. That could happen again, but I honestly think that it's most likely going to happen on a weekend, like a Friday or something, just with the way things are going. The event was on a Friday, so it's quite possible that the reveal will be on a Friday as well. I think that's the most likely option. So, you know, that's just about the date that I think it'd be. Now I kind of want to talk about what will probably be revealed. So, what's going to be revealed, at least in terms of figures, is probably going to be bare minimum at the initial reveal, just like last year. At last year's event, what did we get? We got the reveal of Spitfire, Hot Streak, Dive Clops. We saw Dive Bomber. We didn't see the toy. We saw artwork of Dive Bomber. We got Stormblade. We got Sky Slicer. We got Stealth Elf. Super Shot Stealth Elf. That's all we got. I don't think we got anything else on launch. We got artwork. We did get some more stuff, but it was all concept artwork. We got concept artwork of Splat. Or not concept artwork. We got official artwork of Splat and Splatter Splasher. Got artwork of Double Dare Trigger Happy. And if I'm correct, Sharkshooter Terrafin. Yes, on the poster it's got Sharkshooter Terrafin on there. So we got art of those guys, but we didn't even see their figures or actually know their official names until a later date. So really it was a bare minimum. We just got the logo and one from each new point of the gimmick. So what I mean by that is we got one land, one sea, and one sky, Skylander associated character. And then we got one vehicle, except we didn't even see the toy of Dive Bomber until later. That was a later thing. So, bare minimum at the start. And I also think that it's going to depend on, at least what we see at the start is going to depend on the actual size of the roster. Last year, I think the reason that we only saw 6 Skylanders and 3 vehicles at launch, or at reveal, at its initial reveal, I'm getting words mixed up, was because there are only 20 Skylanders and 20 vehicles in the game. So if they had revealed 5 Skylanders and 5 vehicles day 1, or actually 6, sorry, if they had officially showcased all 6 of those characters and all 6 of those vehicles on day 1, that would have been quite a lot that would have been revealed on day 1. And if you count just 18, if you don't count the guest stars, just 6 of 18, that would have been a whole third of all the characters revealed day 1. That's a little much. And then we would have jumped right into E3 where we would have gotten another considerable amount revealed, and it would have just been way too many. So like I said though, it's going to depend on how many characters there are. If there's 40 new characters, then we could see like 6 or 7 characters on the first day. But it's just going to depend. But it's probably going to be very, very little either way. I don't expect a huge amount of information to come out all at once. Most of what the launch or the reveal event will be gameplay oriented. We'll get 2 or 3 levels revealed at the very start. That's probably what we'll start. We'll get the basic plot outline. We'll get a look at the portal. We'll get a look at the starter pack. And we'll get a look at all that type of stuff. We may get some details on some of the side stuff in there. Like if there's going to be Sky Stones, they might talk about their new iteration of Sky Stones coming out. I don't know if they're still going to do that in the next game, but if it is, we'll probably hear about it on day 1. We'll probably hear about what they've done with the Lock Goblin or the Shaka-Lock or whatever they're doing now, as far as their lock puzzles are concerned. That will probably be revealed day 1. I would very much expect that to happen. So at E3, what would we get, at least from there? Well, we'd get more figures. We would probably get a good many more figures revealed. We still didn't, at E3, we still didn't get a look at Splat and Splatter Splasher. I'm pretty sure that they were revealed at a later date. I may be wrong on that one, but I'm pretty sure they were revealed at a later date. We actually got a look at Shark Shooter Terrafin and Shark Tank. Or no, we didn't get a look at Shark Tank, but we did get a look at Shark Shooter Terrafin in and of himself. And we got, let's see, I know we got some other stuff. We got Deep Gut of Gil Grunt, and I think we got a look at Reef Ripper, but I'm not positive. We may have actually gotten to see Reef Ripper in its entirety. We got to see Hurricane Jetvac and Jetstream. We got to see those. I'm just looking over here to see what else we might have gotten. I think we got Fiesta. I don't recall entirely, but I'm fairly sure we got Fiesta and Crypt Crusher. And I think that that was the extent of it. I think we may have gotten... We got a look at Sea Shadow, but not Nightfall. We got a look at Nightfall, but we didn't actually get to see her in-game. So, you know, that was a small number of figures revealed. I think we'd see, you know, probably twice what was revealed at the initial event would be revealed figure-wise at E3. It's just a fair assumption. And before you guys say Skylanders isn't going to be at E3, I forgot to mention this before. It's since been confirmed that they will be at E3. That was confirmed at a later point. They said they weren't going to be there, and now they're saying that they will be there. So we're just assuming that they're going to be there, and that's kind of what I'm assuming as well. So I just kind of wanted to say that before I go any further. Probably going to get a couple more levels at E3 as well, just to show off a few new things. Probably, you know, some new levels, possibly showing off some new mechanics, and probably new characters as well. Probably about midway through the game, just like the Cloud Kingdom was. I think that would be a fair assumption. And I think that if we're going to get PvP battle mode of some sort, I think it would be revealed at E3 rather than the initial launch. Or, I keep saying launch. I mean reveal. Rather than the official original reveal, we would probably learn about the PvP during E3. I think that sounds like a much more proper time to reveal that as far as that's concerned. It's been confirmed by Nintendo that the only thing that they'll be showing off at E3 is their new Zelda game. So if we are getting new Sky Amiibos, Halflings, whatever you want to call them, we may not see them at E3. Activision may reveal them along with their Skylanders, but I am honestly not sure. Sorry, an alert came up on my iPad. I'm honestly not sure. And for all I know, we may not ever get any more crossover characters ever again. I'm not sure what the overall response was to those guys, how well they actually sold or what, but I think I am unsure whether or not we would actually get them revealed at E3, but, you know, it's out there. I think that all of this honestly comes down to the size of the game and the gimmick, because right now, well, let me talk about the size of the game before I talk about the gimmick. the size of the game is going to really determine how many levels we see. If there are like 50 levels in this game, which seriously would be amazing if there were 50 levels in this game, we would probably see a good many of them, at the launch or reveal and E3. I've got to stop saying launch. I've got to say reveal. At the reveal and E3, we would probably see a good many of them because they can show off a good many levels without actually showing off like the whole game. So I think that the level showcasing is going to come down to the overall size of the game, and the showing off of the characters, the Skylanders, and whatever the gimmick happens to be, is also going to come down to the gimmick. What is the gimmick? Are we actually doing a real Skylander gimmick again, or are we going back to another object being the gimmick? In Giants, I think at launch, or at reveal, we only got T-Rex and Bouncer at reveal, and then I think at E3 they showed off Crusher. Shortly thereafter, they showed off Swarm. I'm trying to get his name out. And I believe that was it. And later on in the summer, they may have shown off Hothead. But I don't think that we actually learned about Ninjini or Eyebrawl for a long time. We saw Thumpback from the E3 trailer, but we didn't know anything about Thumpback for a good little while. So that was kind of interesting. So they kind of slowly let that trickle out. They only revealed 2 of the gimmick characters at launch. Swap Force, they revealed Washbuckler, Blast Zone, Free Ranger, Magna Charge, and I think that Stink Bomb and Freeze Blade, and maybe Hoot Loop. But that was 6 characters right there, and that's because there were 16 Swap Force, so they could show them off. For Trap Team, we got Snapshot, and I want to say we got Snapshot, Wildfire, Wallop, and that was it. But at E3, I know we got Gusto, Jawbreaker, Crypt King, I think, Gear Shift, and I think, so they did reveal like 4, or like 3, and then they revealed 4, and that was a little bit less than Swap Force. Swap Force was the most characters revealed at a time. For Superchargers, we already went over that. They didn't reveal except the bare minimum of what they could reveal and still establish that we have land, sea, and sky vehicles. So I think that if the gimmick turns out to be swappable weapons, and we've somehow got more, and we've got more weapons than Skylanders, we've got like 3 weapons for every Skylander, then we could potentially get like a dozen or half a dozen to a dozen of these things, of these weapons, or whatever they are, revealed at the initial reveal. But, like I said, if we go back to only having, like, 5 or 10, or, like, 8 to 10, or whatever, new characters, then we're probably not going to see that much revealed. So, while we can speculate, I think that it's really all going to come down to how extensive of a game and a gimmick are we talking here, is really the deciding factors between, or with, how much is going to be revealed. But I do think that we will know everything we need to know to understand this game at the initial reveal. I got it now. I'm saying reveal and not launch. That's good for me. And then at E3, we'll sort of explore more options, and we'll learn a lot more about the extensiveness of the game, and we'll actually start to fully understand the extent of how far this game goes and the gimmick goes. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. This has been Portal Master 9351. Stay tuned for more speculation and news as it is breaking. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and go down in the description and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. That would be greatly appreciated. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Already said that. This has been Portal Master 9351. Already said that as well. Goodbye. I didn't already say that.